Welcome back to my channel, Sukul Training Session. And in today's session, we are going to understand what is CTE basically. How we are using the CTE. CTE stands for the Common Table Expression, and there are a lot of things to learn about the CTE in SQL Server. So I have decided to split up the section into the two parts. In the first part, we will understand the definition, what is basically it's all about, how many types of the CTE, then what is the uses, okay, how we can use it as a table, how we can use it in a view, how it can be used in the select, delete, duplicate, how we can use CTE to do these things, okay, to do select, delete, update and insert records. And in the second part, which I'm covering in the next video, we'll understand in the great detail how we can use the CTE in recursive queries and in non-recursive. So this is the biggest advantage of using the CTE. So if you have a requirement of if you have a data hierarchical kind of data, and there you have to write down as recursive queries, then best option is to use the CTE. So in the next session, I'll cover this part, non-recursive query, and how we can use it to delete the duplicate records. If you have multiple records of the same structure and same data, and you wanted to delete, so you can use the CTE to do it, and it is a very readable. Mostly the people use the CTEs if you have a very complex query to make the code more readable. So this is one of the example, one of the benefit, and second benefit is to do the non-recursive. So in the first session, which is first part in which I'm covering today, we'll understand what is basically CTE and how we can use to do the simple things like select, delete, and update and insert. Okay, so if you go and check the Misty site or Microsoft site to understand the definition of CTE, everywhere you will get the one thing, that is temporary named result set. This what will you will get everywhere in every site. You will see and understand the CTE. So let's break it down and understand the CTE. So this is, first of all, it is a temporary, okay, this is not a permanent. Whenever you create a CTE, just keep this in mind that it is a temporary result set. It will not going to store in your database anywhere, okay. Like if you create a temporary table, okay, global temporary, whether it is a local temporary table or global temporary table, it will store in your TAMDB, okay, like this. If you see, there is I have one local temporary table as of now in my system. You can see here it is stored, the metadata of this temporary table is stored here. But when you create a CTE, the thing will be stored in your system. It is basically in the same query pane. The life scope of the query, the life scope of the CTE is within the query pane only. So this is called the temporary. Now second is named. Named means that your CTEs always have a naming convention. Like when you create a table, table must have a name, okay. Similarly, CTE must have a name. So that is why it is called the temporary named, and this is nothing but a result set. It is always giving you a result sort of some queries. It is nothing like that you are doing. It's not a kind of a action which your query is doing, like a trigger is doing. This is not an action, it is just fetching the data, okay. So this is nothing but it's a result set. So in one line we can say it is nothing but a temporary named result set, which is we used in the queries for the specific task. Now we understand the definition. Now we'll understand the syntax of the CTE. So syntax of the CTE, I can show you in this session, in this query pen. If you see here, the syntax will start with the with keyword. Then you have to provide the name of the CTE. Let me give the nicer name, as this query is fetching the records of persons. So let's see, PCTE. Okay, so it starts with the keyword with, the name of the CTE. Then in the parenthesis, if you want, you can provide the column name which you are trying to fetch from the inner query. Inner query is mentioned inside this parenthesis, okay. This is completely optional. If you are trying to fetch all the records, okay, like I'm trying to fetch all the records, then it is not required. You can remove it as well. Then after the name of the city, then use as keyword, and within the parenthesis you write down your inner query. This inner query can have a same table, can have a one table, or can have a multiple table. You can use the joins to get them data from multiple tables, and then you can the result set of all the joins will go to the CTE, okay, CTE table. And after that you can fetch the records from the CTE, because ultimately it is the result set. You have to fetch the records from the CTE out of it, okay. So remove it and CTE. So this is the syntax of a CTE. Now, one thing I would like to say here, if you have, just in case, if you have a lot of queries in the same query pen, and after that you have a requirement of writing a query, let's say I have this query, let's say the same query. Let me take out the same query. This is regarding the syntax of the query. Okay, now after that you feel like, now I need to write a query, and now I need to write a CTE. So you start with the with keyword and do like this. Okay, now you will see here is a red line come. It says PCT is not a recognized table hint option. Now you wonder why it is giving me this grammatical error. What happened? Now if you try to run this, might be your SQL server will not give any runtime error, it will give you data as well. But the problem here is the syntactical error, which is saying that you have this query and you have not closed above query. I'm not able to understand from where the definition of CT is started. For that you have to either put the semicolon here from the starting of the with, okay, then this red error will go. Or you can do one thing, you can put the semicolon at the end of the first statement and you remove it from here, then also this red line will go. Okay, so this is just a command for the SQL Server database engine to understand, okay, this is the scope. You have to start from the this location. CT start from here. Okay, the definition of CT starts from here. So most probably in earlier sessions, in earlier what happened, we used to write like that, write like this. Okay, so this is a best practice if you use the semicolon at the starting. So this is the syntax. So what we are doing, we are creating a CTE with a with keyword. This is the name of the CTE. I have not taken in parameters here. And as and inside the subqueries, I'm extracting only top two records from the person database, from the person table in the person area in the adventure work database. And once the data will be fetched and feed into the CTE, PCTE. Now I am extracting the data from the PCTE. Okay. Now so this is how we can create our first initial common table expression. Now, what is the uses? We can use it as a table. How we can use it as a table? Let's say here I have extracted the top two records. Okay. Now I wanted to extract only few records out of it. Or we'll say I have used the top 10 record here. Now I'm going ahead and execute this. So it will fetch me 10 records. Now you understand one more thing. Have you noticed one more thing, that I have not dropped this table? Like I used to drop my temporary tables. I have not dropped this CTE, and I have not renamed it, because it is this scope is only limited to this uh, in this context only. The scope of the CT is in this context only. Okay, so we do not need to drop it. It will automatically drop after this sentence. Let me, if I try to fetch the data outside of the CT body like that, if I try to execute, it will give me a error invalid object name, because it's not able to find the where the definition of the CTE. So I mean to say this definition or the scope of the PCT or CTE is only exist just after the definition of the CTE. Okay, so we do not need to drop the common table expression, just we as we drop the temporary tables. So this is the one difference of a CTE with the temporary tables. Now I have fetched the top 10 records. Now how we can use that as a table? Now in the table we can filter the data. Like I from the top records, I only want few records. Like let me filter down the record. Business entity. Okay, we have the key here, business entity. So I just wanted a record whose business entity is 5 out of the 10 top 10 records. I wanted to find only this record. Okay, so this we can do it. See, we got only one record after the same. So this means this PCT is now working as a table for me. Okay, so we have seen here how we can use the common table expression as a table here. Now the next is how we can use it as a view. So how we can do it? View, where we can use it, view is basically is like a table where you wanted to get the data, okay, which is from multiple tables, which is quite frequently used in your reporting or somewhere else. So you always wanted, instead of always go ahead and fetch the data joining these two or three tables and fetch the data and display in the report, rather than you can do you can rather than you can create one view which will have that data, and then you can use fetch the data from that view, entirely from the view only. Okay, so it is reducing your work overload. So now we can create a view with a view command, but how we can use this CTE, common table expression, to create view, that's we are going to learn here. So let's this is only one table from where we are fetching record. For I have one query here where I have two tables and I'm extracting the records from two tables. I have already created this table to save some time. Okay, now I'm going to put here. So what I'm going to do here, what I'm doing here, I'll show you a little bit. So I am fetching the records from these two tables. Okay, these two tables available in Adventure Works 2017 database. Okay, first is employee table and second is personal. So this personal table is giving the personal details of all the, like, first name, last name, address details, telephone details, all these details are available in this person table. And personal employment tables is related, employment related details is available in employee, like his personal identity, like this national ID number, okay, like this job title, all this. And these two tables are attached with each other, or we can say the key which is available to join these two tables is not nothing but a business identity, uh, business identity ID. Okay, so with the help of business identity identity column, we have joined these two tables. Now I always wanted this data, this few columns always, I'm always in the need of these few columns to be display in some reports or somewhere. This is, I'm just giving you an example of my need. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create a view now. Because we are learning CTE, we'll understand how we can create a view with the help of this CTE. So the syntax of the CTE, syntax of view is, we need to write create view, and then we need to give the name of the view. Let's say I am giving demo view, or we see, let's say CTE view, because we are creating this view with the help of CTE. So I'll give the name as a CTE view, and I write it as, remove this and remove this data. And now, so it will give me all the records. Let me find it out. I think this will give a huge data, and this will take time. So what I'll do, I'll take only top 20 records, from these two tables. Execute. Let me show you this record. Okay, see the 20 rows is extracted. So this 20 rows should be created. Okay, and in the city, and after that it will create the view. So let me go ahead, select this thing and execute it. See, it's giving me incorrect syntax. Now why it is saying the incorrect syntax? Because this is result set. We always have to extract the data out of it. Okay, so whatever the 20 records go into it, you have to fetch it from the CTE. Okay, and then it will go to the create view. So now try to execute it. See, command completed successfully. Now if you go ahead and see in the Object Explorer, go ahead here and refresh your view section and expand it, you will be able to see the new CTE view which you have created. If you wanted to see the data, whatever data you have in this table which you have just created with the help of CTE, you will be able to find those 20 records. So I have just opened it. See all those 20 records. See all those 20 records is available here. Okay, this way you can use the common table expressions to create a view. Although it is not required, you can go ahead directly and create a view, but I'm just giving an idea, like if anybody asks you in the interview, then you will be able to answer it, that we can use the CTE also to create a view. Okay, then we have how we can use it in a select, delete, update and insert. See, most of the people got confused that CT and compare the CT with the temporary tables, like which one is good and which one is bad, how it is different from the temporary table and all. But I think the CT is more or like is similar like a, view, because whenever you delete, update or insert the insert commands with the help of CT, it will directly do the effect on your base table. Okay, I'll show you with an example. So let me remove this view part. So select, you can see this way. Let me put the semicolon column here, and this is nothing but a select part. Okay, this is nothing but a select part. Now, so this is how we can use as a select. So this is already you have seen how we can update the record. This is something, mm, let me take an simple example, otherwise it will be difficult for you guys to stop. Now we have only 5 records from the person table. Okay, now name is like this. Now I wanted to, let's say I wanted to update the record. Okay, I wanted to change the name, middle name of this person, okay, whose business identity ID is 5. So how we can do it? Instead of select, let me comment it out, and I wanted to update this CT, update this table, you can say. Okay, and what will happen, it will not update the CTE, the data which is available in PCTE. It will basically it will physically update the table, base table. This is base table. Okay, person table. Set middle name as, let's say, right now currently the name is this. I'll put it as test where business identity is 5. Okay, so let's see whether the update, if we update the common table expression, will it be update the base table or not, or it will update in the virtual table. Okay, so we'll check it practically. I'll execute it. 0 row affected. Okay, let me try it again and execute it. See, 1 row affected, that means the record has been updated. Let's check it. Go ahead and execute this base table. Can see earlier it was A, now it is this. So we can use the common table expression to update the base table as well. Now you can have a question. Let's suppose that we have a multiple table inside the CTE and we wanted to update the one table. Then what will happen? So it will update only the base table. Let's say we have this two table, employee and person, inside the CTE, which is having name T. So what will happen if I try to update? So it will update the base table, which is employee, not the second table. Okay, so this way you can update it. Now we're moving to the next thing, which is insert. How we can insert the records with the help of CT. That is also very simple. Let me comment this out. And so whatever you need to do, you have to do just after this bracket, because the scope of the PCT is always there only. So how you can do it? Select asterisk from, while you are extracting the record from PC. Let's say I created temp CTE table. So what I'm doing, I'm inserting the record whatever I have in the PCTE into the local temporary table, and I'll see the records is inserted into this table or not. So this is basically insert command, okay, in the runtime. So let me execute this query and see. cannot create the select asterisk select into. Oh, sorry, it's not. Okay, because the XML column additional contact schema connect. Okay, so there is there is some column in this table which is having a schema collection, which is why it is not allowing me. See, demographic is a column. So okay, we'll do one thing. Instead of asterisk, we'll take some of the column. Okay, because here main intention is to show you how to insert it, not to show how we can deal with the demographic or schema collection columns. Okay, yeah, so we'll take some few of the columns, like first column. Just bear with me. Okay, and let me take a last name, and let me take a middle name. That's all is fine. So what I'm going to do, I have just modified my CTE, and now select asterisk into. Now try to insert it into my local table. So I have removed that demographic record, that schema collection column from the main table, from the base table. Okay, and now we see 5 rows are affected. Now go ahead and check whether this local temporary table has been created in the TampDB or not. So let me refresh it. Okay, let me expand it. Go to the temporary table section, and here temp ct is created, and it is given some random value 0000005, something like that, and it is a unique value actually. Select, let's take out the records from this. How many records do we have? We have inserted five records. So see, we got the 5 records also from this record. So this way you can insert the record as well from the CTE. So we have updated, we have extracted, and we have inserted as well. Now the second last is how we can delete it. Similarly, so whatever command you need to write, you have to write it here just after the closing braces, where business identity equal to 5. Let me delete this record. Let me see whether it will going to delete it from this record or not. Okay, if you see here, I'm trying to delete the record from this person table, but I'm getting some error here, and this is the nothing, it's not an error, it's a warning, because there is a constraint of FK, foreign key constraint of email address person business identity. So it's saying that if you wanted to delete this record, first you need to go to the email address table, and first you need to delete that corresponding record in that table, and then you will be able to delete this record from the person table. First you need to go to the person.email address, and there you need to delete it. So there is a list of the constraints are attached in this table, because I am dealing with the adventure work table personal, so person. So okay, instead of so what we can do, I have one table here, table sample, which is created, and I have only one record here. So I'll just use this record to demonstrate here you how to delete the record with the help of CT, instead of going to this thing, because it's not good habit to delete all the constraint just to showcase only a one scenario here. Okay, so instead of this, I'm just not putting any, because there is only one record, so there is no need of where clause. Otherwise you can put the where clause as well. So what we can do it, and here is one row affected, because there was only one record in this table, so one row got affected and it got deleted. Now if you see, there is no record, only the structure or the schema of the table is displayed here. So this way you can delete the record as well with the help of CTE. So in this section we have we understood what is the CTE, why it is called the temporary, why it is called the named, and why it is called the resultant, because we have to extract the data every time. And then we have completed the part first of this session. In the second session, we'll understand the recursive and non-recursive, and how we can create a query to delete the duplicate records with the help of CTE as well. Hope you like the video. In case if you like the video, thumbs up and share this video. Thank you and have a nice day. Happy learning. Bye bye.